If you're a business owner or you're looking to open up a business, I'm going to give you the quick rundown of funding workflow. So if you're just looking for capital to start or to continue to grow, this is literally what everyone's going to go through. So depending on whether you have challenge credit 500 to 690 or 700 plus, we're going to break down the ways to get you funded, and then based on where you're at, you can go ahead and see what you got to do to get there. So the first one is, if you are at 500 to 690, either you need revenue, right? You have revenue. We would need the last 4 bank statements of your business with at least $10,000 per month. That would give you the ability to get some funding. Now, if you don't have financials and you have negative things on your account, you're gonna need credit repair. As simple as that. No financials to prove, negative things on the credit report. It can be charge-offs, collections, repos, a lot of inquiries, you name it. You're gonna need to fix it, right? So, and it's fine. I always tell clients, look, time's gonna pass by no matter what. So might as well be intentional. Let's go ahead and fix your credit, build your credit, optimize your credit so that you can now get over here to the 700 plus, which we'll cover right now. So if you have between a 500 to 690, no financials, thin credit, meaning you haven't really used it, then you're gonna need to add some trade lines. You can either ask family members, friends that have a credit card that they don't really use, if they can just add you so they can give you pretty much the history on that credit card, and you're not gonna have it, you're not gonna touch it, it's not gonna affect them at all, but it's gonna make the biggest difference for you. Okay, so I always work with a lot of clients that are looking for quick funding and they don't have the good credit. They don't have bank statements, they don't have financials, but they have a credit partner. I always ask people, and this is something that happened to us. A hard money lender sent us a client. She needed about $42,000 within 24 to 48 hours, or she was going to lose a property. So we checked. And with us, how we do it, we do everything soft check. Our system underwrites to see what we can do right away, and then we can go over your funding options during our call. So turned out she was 500, no bank statements, no financial. So it was very difficult. And I said, look, I know you're about to lose this property, but do you have any other friend that could, or family member, partner that could help us check their credit and see what we can do? Oh yeah, my husband. Husband comes in, another 500 credit score. And I was like, I know you guys are in a rush, but do you have anyone else that we can check? And he said, yeah, I have a business partner. Business partner, 550, give or take. And I was like, there's nothing we can do here. Is there any other funding partner that we can check? And sure enough, he said, look, my sister, she came in at 701. We did a loan, and within 24 hours, they had about $48,000 in their bank account because they exercised having another credit partner, right? And that's how we work a lot of the time. We think outside the box. Just because you come in with 500 credit score doesn't mean you have no options. Sometimes you got to think a little bit different, right? Think outside the box. If you go to the bank, if you go to Chase and you check your offers there, they're gonna pull your credit, they're going to deny you and not tell you what to do. And so that's something that it kind of makes you be in the same hamster wheel of not knowing what you got to do. And this is, once again, one of the best ways to see where you're at. Now, let's say you don't need a credit partner and you're at 700 plus credit score. There's two things we can look at. Do you have documents, tax returns, cash flow, all that, pay stubs? No documents, documents, right? So let's look at the difference. If you have a 700 credit score without documents, let's just say it's a brand new LLC, you just opened up your business to get it up and running. Now you got to take a look at, is it under 2 years old, the LLC, or is it over 2 years old, right? If it's under 2 years old, you can get high limit 0% business credit cards. And we can do this, get you up to 100, sometimes even $150,000 at 0% business funding with a complete new LLC, no documents, no cash flow to show because you haven't established credit. And we'll go deeper in another video on how to establish the credit, because most people think at 700 credit score is pretty much it can get you anything in any bank, any credit card. It's not really true. The score tells you the overall, but the main thing they're looking at is what is your credit composed of. And I'll do another video of that, which tells you how to really build your profile so that you can be fundable. Okay, so if you are over 2 years old, LLC, no documents, we can get you business credit cards and business lines of credit. And the difference is business line of credit, you're able to take your money into your checking account directly from the line of credit. You do like a withdrawal and now you have cash to use. Versus a credit card, you have to use that credit card, and we actually show you how to liquidate it if you need it, but it's very simple. You can even send wires out of your credit card. You can use it for anything, and anything that you can't use a credit card, which most places you can. And if you don't want to liquidate, having a business line of credit would work well with high limit business credit cards, because the credit cards carry no interest for the first year. That's what we specialize in. And then you can use your line of credit to pay anything that you need cash for. Now, the cool part is that we can get you an entity that's been established for over 2 years, and you can bypass a 2 year mark to be able to get you business lines of credit by doing what we call a shelf corporation. So with our clients, they come in, they have no business, and we get them a shelf corporation with over 2 years of age, so they're able to unlock their business lines of credit. So now let's say you're at 700 credit score and you have documents, tax returns, you can pretty much do everything, right? We can get you into a fast personal loan with low interest. We can get you into, if you have the business or not, high limit personal cards, high limit business cards, business loans, business lines of credit, you name it. So once again, in a nutshell, this is what you're always going to run into. And it's better to establish your credit sooner than later so that you're not having to be needing funding and then you don't have the credit. I always tell clients, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. Think about it. Every time you need some funding, you go, and if you're not prepared, you're gonna have to wait. So might as well do the work ahead of time